A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the final of the Diamonds League of the Society Premier League. Well, five deliveries in and five on the board for the ICC. A decent start this for Wade, 5 of 3, and Vyom yet to get off the mark here after a couple of deliveries. So one more delivery left in this over for Hemant, and he's done him. He's gone right through him. What an excellent delivery, and he's got Vyom Gada for a duck. An early breakthrough for the bowling side, RR1CC, and as the Ireland Cricket Club, who was struggling here 5 for 1 after the end of the first. So in comes Akshay Chada, but he will be at the non-striker's end because the wicket came off the last delivery of the over. A brilliant start this for the RR1 Cricket Club, and they would be wanting to get a few more inside this power play here at the Khalsa Cricket Ground. It's going to be Mukesh Patel to continue in the second over. Once again, slightly short, but he misses out on this occasion. Wait. Once again, just past that outside edge. Superb piece of bowling this by Mukesh after conceding a boundary early on. And once again, short and dispatched. And it's gone all the way. In fact, it's the flattest six ever you must have seen, and the big six of this Diamonds final. Beautifully placed on the offside, over the fielder, and over everybody in the end. Once again, just past the outside edge. An excellent delivery to close out the over. 10 coming off it in the end. At the end of the second round, is 15 for 1. The Island Cricket Club. So Heyman took a wicket early on, continuing. And once again, it's been dispatched all the way to the boundary. Played nicely along the carpet by Akshay. His very first delivery. An excellent start for him to get off the mark. This time played straight to the fielder on the offside, and they get across for a single. Good running between the wickets. Brings the left-hander Wade back on strike, who is looking dangerous out here in this big final of the Society's Premier League. Once again, flat, hard, and another boundary for Wade. Superbly placed on this occasion. A big gap between the fielder at deep point and deep extra cover, and he plays it between them. That's his fourth boundary already. He's looking really dangerous out there, Ved Deshpande. Moves on to 19 or just 10. This time played on the offside, but straight to the fielder. And a chance dropped. What a huge chance that is. That could have been the big wicket of Ved. And he's dropped it. He's made a blunder. And Ved survives. He has to be a bit more careful. He holds the key here in the first innings of this Diamonds final. And what a let off this is for the RR1 Cricket Club. Once again, slightly short and pulled nicely in the gap. Well, the square leg fielder was extremely fine, and another boundary for Ved, the left-hander. And that catch drop proving to be costly at the end of the third. Now it is 28 for 1. So Mukesh continuing here. This time leads the batter with an excellent off spinner and keeping things nice and tidy in this over. 4 consecutive dots for Mukesh Patel. This time played in the air and won't quite carry to the fielder at long on. And finally he gets a single of the 5th delivery of the over. Another boundary for Akshay. Dealing in fours at the moment. Superbly struck once again. And right on the front foot here, the Ireland Cricket Club in this big final. Remember, it's the Diamonds final of the Society Premier League. Coming to you live from This time a swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. That was very close to the outside edge. It has been an excellent start this for the bowler in this over once again. Conceded a boundary, but what a comeback by Hemant. A couple of dots. Just bowling that fourth stump line, wanting to trick it into the off stump, which he did earlier on up against the opener, Vyom, and now wanting to get the better of Akshay as well. Once again, very close. This time just past the wicketkeeper. He found the outside edge. And now Ved wants to have a word with Akshay. He wants him to calm down a little. Good to have partners like those who really understand you well and try and make you understand in situations like these. Just to calm down the nerve a little. This time a thick inside edge. And the ball won't quite travel. So finally we are ready for this final over, final delivery of the over. And another swing and a miss. So at the end of the fifth over now it is 33 for 1. It has been an excellent comeback this for the RR1 Cricket Club. They conceded 28 in the first three and now just the 5 after 5.1 overs. Keeping things nice and tidy inside this power play. Well, they were running away with the power play for that moment. Maybe 50 or even 60 was on. And a couple of tight overs have turned the things around here. This time played back on the offside. Once again hit hard but straight to the fielder. Not quite working out in the favor of the Ireland Cricket Club out here. In this over, Hit hard and perfectly along the ground. This time a thick outside edge and it's gone just over the fielder. Well, he was more like a fly slip out there and it's gone flying over him. Back to back boundaries for Wade. All of a sudden, some runs that moves the score on to 42 now. And still one more delivery left inside this power play. And once again, wanting to sweep that one. And a dot to end the over. At the end of the sixth now, it is 42 for 1. An excellent start this by the pacer Ramanathan, a misfield, and he's done really well to keep that one in. Superb piece of fielding. Well, good backing up, and he's kept the ball away from the boundary. Well, Ramnath is extremely quick, and that's the reason there is a third man and a deep backward point. And the score moves on to 43 for 1 now after 6.2 and brings Wade back on strike. This time a swing and a miss. Not quite able to get away. This time in the air, chance of a catch once again, and he's taken it. Finally, they hold on to one, but my word, it's all happening out there. It's been given as a no ball by the umpire. He's overstepped. Ultimate drama. And once again, Wade survives. Well, it looks like it's his day today. And to add insult to injury, it will be a free hit as well. It will going to be Akshay Chada on strike. Akshay Chadda rather. Well, another lifeline for Ved, who is timing the ball sweetly at the moment, 32 of 23. But that wasn't the best of the shots. Well, 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 well. Everything going in the favor of Ved Deshpande today. And this time he's played it behind square. An excellent shot on the free hit, taking full use and full advantage of it. And another boundary for Akshay Chadda. Superbly placed on that occasion, showing the class that he uses. And this partnership just keeps on building at the moment. And this time cut away, but the field is set perfectly for that. That single will bring up the 50 for the Ireland Cricket Club. At the end of the seventh, now it is 50 for 1, going along nicely. So it's going to be Ram Dhumne to continue in this eighth over. This time the wicketkeeper gets after it. Once again played behind square. There's no one out there on this leg side. And another boundary. That's easy pickings for Akshay Chadda. Well, not the best of the deliveries. And coasting along here now, these two. And once again in the air, will fall short. Things not quite working out here in the favor of the Ireland Cricket Club. This time short, hit hard, but there is protection out there. time a huge appeal, and the umpire's finger stays down. And once again, Ved Deshpande survives. Well, a lot of questions being asked to the umpire, but he's just not interested at all. This time he leaves it alone, given as a wide by the umpire. So still one more delivery left. Ram Dhumne has to reload after that wide. Just the sixth of the over. And once again a beautiful stroke through this offside. This time wanting to pick it up behind square, and this time definitely angling down the leg side on that occasion. Well, just not quite able to break this partnership here, the RR1 Cricket Club. And this time cut away, and it's gone straight to the fielder, and once again excellent backing up. Superb piece of fielding. Well, that's the second time something like that has happened, and he's done really well. Well, that is what teamwork is all about. And he's not only just saved the boundary, he's kept it down to just one as well, saving certain 3 runs for his side. This time played straight to the fielder. Once again played along the ground on the offside. This time picked up, chance of a catch, and another one dropped. And a total mix-up out there in the middle, so it won't matter the catch drop. But they've finally broken this partnership out here. The RR1 Cricket Club, a much-needed wicket. Well, the display out there in the field hasn't quite been the best. But another one goes at the end of the night. Now it is 60 for 2, and Akshay Chadda departs of a run out. So in comes Varun at number 4, but he will be at the non-striker's end because the wicket came of the last delivery of the over. Well, who would have thought that so many chance dropped it? Still, they would manage to get that second wicket. A total mix-up out there between Ved and Akshay. And good to see that Akshay sacrificed his wicket in the end. This time Ved wanting to play it behind square and they get across for a single. So for the first time we will see Varun on strike. Varun Lokhab. And straight away he's picked that one up. Chance of a catch. And it's gone right through. Well, that was a difficult chance. But a boundary to get the mark of his very first delivery. Superbly timed and struck. And continuing to get those runs in this big final. And once again in the air, and it's gone sailing over the fielder at long off. That's the second six of the innings. And back-to-back boundaries straight away for Varun. He's come out in a different mood out here, dealing in boundaries. Once again hit straight down the ground. Another boundary for Varun. Well, he's just running away with the game here. You got to say, if he keeps on playing in this fashion for So we are back here after the drinks break, and it's going to be Vinayak Mahajan to continue. And straight away picked up another maximum for Varun. My word, he's turning the heat on here. Playing a special innings. What an outstanding little cameo it has been so far by him. And he's not even done yet. Well, one extremely good innings. That's all it takes to take a foothold in the final. 21 of just 5, striking at 420. A much better line to bowl to Varun. Well, he has been playing with that straighter bat. And this time in the air, and it will go over the fielder once again. Another maximum. What an excellent shot that is. That's his second six of the over already. He's raced on to 27 or just 7 deliveries. Playing out a total blinder. This time played along the ground on the offside. So finally we see Ved back on strike. Ved on 33 of just 29, and have a look at that Varun. 28 was 8. 28 with 3 misses and 2 fours. This time he defends it with Ant. Ved Deshpande. 33 of 30, and he's playing second fiddle in this partnership all of a sudden. He was the main man early on, not quite so right now. And another dot to end the over. So 13 coming off that one, and at the end of the 11th now it is 89 for 2. And this time it's gone straight up in the air. Chance of a catch. And he's dropped it. Another one gone down. Well, that was a very difficult chance. It went very high in the air. But Varun survives. And he gets a single. Well, living dangerously out here. How costly will that catch drop prove to be as well now? Only time will tell. This time played down the ground, straight onto the wickets. This time played nicely towards the fielder at third man. And they're coming back for the second, and the wicketkeeper couldn't quite collect that one. Well, the throw wasn't the best one. And another chance gone. This time shot and pulled and gone all the way. A six off the bat of Wade. Well, it wasn't only Varun who was pushing on, but it's now also the big man Wade moves on to 41 of just 30. They also bring up the 100 for the Ireland Cricket Club. 102 for 2 now at the end of the 12th over. And finally, he's got one out of his pocket. Another boundary for Varun. Well, after 3 consecutive dots, a boundary. Well, something had to give in. Superbly struck on this occasion. And an excellent boundary. Time played straight to the fielder on the offside. So at the end of the 13th over, now it is Nelson for 2. So in comes Vatsal Shah at number 5 with the side in pole position out here. So a couple of dots up against the new batter and trying to put a foothold out here, the RR1 Cricket Club. Well, they are a long way behind in this game at the moment, and they would be happy if they restrict the opposition to somewhere around 180 after that wicket of Varun. So 3 consecutive dots to end the over at the end of the 15th. Now it is 141 for 3. An excellent over by Vinayak after conceding 10 of the first 2. So Hemant continuing and once again in the air, and it's gone over the fielder. No chance out there for the fielder, a maximum. Coming off the bat of the captain Ved Deshpande. Moves on to 65 with that one. Well, we are into the slog overs. An excellent start to this over. Hemant bowling his final one. This time a wide down the leg side. This time he beats the batter. And this time he drives, and he drives it through the fielder. An excellent boundary that brings up the 150 for the Ireland Cricket Club. 152 for 3. And Wade moves on to 69. Well, we saw an outstanding innings by Varun, but this innings is neither anything short of brilliant by Ved Deshpande. 69 of just 44, and turning the heat on in these final few overs. It's 11 of the over already, 2 more to come still. They are putting on a very good score out here in the final. This time a wide. So the bowler feeling the pressure. This time a much better delivery. So another 23 deliveries. 12 and over gets them to 206 from here on. This time hit hard along the run. At the current rate, they will be reaching 198, which is not a bad total at all for a final. And Ved holding the key for that. 76 of 47. This time played slightly short, and it's in the gap and it's in the boundary. So a boundary off the bat of Vatsal in on the act. A superb stroke. Playing that one nicely along the ground and in the gap. This time all he could do is just push it back to the bowler. Once again, superbly bowled out there. An excellent comeback after conceding that boundary. So just the 5 of the over. It's been superb by Vinayak. Can he close it out? Well, they need a few tight overs out here. And a swing and a miss, and the ball kept low, and somehow it has missed the stumps. Another dot to end the over. Just the 5 of it at the end of the 17th. Now it is 165 for 3. So heading into the last 3 overs of the innings. The pacer coming around the wicket, in the air, chance, and will land safely. And it's gone right through as well, another boundary. Well, how many misfields have they done and how many catches have they dropped out here? It's proving to be very costly out here for them, especially the wicket of Ved. He's got a couple of lifelines already and he's moved on to 80 with that one. And all the good work of the previous over has been undone. This time a swing and a miss. Well, what a big opportunity for Ved Deshpande as well. It's been a captain's knock and he has got a big opportunity to get 100 for himself. That's another swing and a miss. Much better line once again by Raj Chopra, conceding a 4 of the first delivery. Well, surprisingly, he's come into bowl his first in the 18th. How often do we see that? Position, all of a sudden falling short of runs. 169 for 4 now after 17.5, and Wade departs for 80. So in comes Karan at number 6, with his side in need of some runs at the back end of this innings. A single of his very first delivery gets off the mark. He will keep the strike, and at the end of the 18th, now it is 170 for 4. An excellent over by Raj Chopra coming to an end. So it is Vinayak continuing, and Karan knew exactly what he is going to bowl. He's just picked that one up through the offside, and a boundary. An excellent, excellent shot. And this time played towards the fielder at short third. To the Island Cricket Club. Excellent stroke once again. Timing and placement, everything in that shot. And this time wanting to pick it up on the leg side and a dot delivery. So at the end of the 19th over, it is 181 for 4. Well, in fact, there's one more delivery still left. 181 for 4 in 18.5. And that last delivery will be a thick inside edge onto the stump. And it's a wicket for Vinayak, his second. He finishes his spell at 2 for 40, and it is 181 for 5 after 19. So 181 for 5 heading into the final over, and Raj Chopra, who's earned his right to bowl this final over, comes into bowl. And once again, he's gone right through, clips the off stump, and a wicket for Raj Chopra. That's his second. Superbly done. And with just 5 more deliveries left, 181 for 6. Another dot delivery by Raj Chopra. What an outstanding spell this has been so far. And you would be surprised that he's not bowled since the word go. He's got just the 2 overs. What a shame for him. 1.2 overs, 2 for 5, and 4 had come out the very first delivery, which was off a misfield too. Once again, he beats the batter. All of a sudden, putting on a break on the opposition. And this is a huge one. This time a thick outside edge and finally a run against him. time hit hard along the ground. Would you believe it? What an outstanding final over this has been. Giving away absolutely nothing away to the opposition. He's conceded just the 2 runs and taken a wicket. Heading into the final delivery of the innings, 183 for 6. 200 was certainly on the cards, and they are falling well short of it and keeping themselves in this game out here, the RR1 Cricket Club. Here we go then, final delivery of the first innings in this Diamonds final, and it's gone straight up in the air. Fielder underneath, and another one dropped, and they will get a single. Well, the fielding hasn't quite been up to the mark for the RR1 Cricket Club today, but nonetheless, a single taken on the final delivery of the over. And at the end of the 20th over, it is 184 for 6 for the Ireland Cricket Club, and the target will be 185 for the RR1 Cricket Club to win this Diamonds final of the Society's Premier League. And we will be back for the chase on the other side. Right then, back here for the chase. The target 184 and a decent start this for the RR1 Cricket Club. 16 on the board already. And Shailendra Singh, 11 of 8, supported by Vibhor, 4 of 7. Well, they need to make sure that they make full use of this power play to keep themselves in this game. And this time played over the fielder at mid-off. Another boundary, back-to-back boundaries. Well, the previous one wasn't quite very intended, but this one was totally invented. A beautiful stroke down the ground over the fielder at mid-off. And back-to-back boundaries for Shailendra Singh, who is trying to turn the heat on here. So this time a wide down the leg side, and the wicketkeeper couldn't quite collect that one. And a couple of runs added to the total. So the RR1 Cricket Club not giving up here in this final. And this time a low full toss and thumped down the ground. Another boundary for Shailendra Singh. He is looking very dangerous out there. Outstanding bit of batting this. Well, it seems like we have a mouth-watering game right in front of us here. And this time he's gone right through. An excellent comeback by Jimith. He takes the wicket of Vibhor. And that's the first one down for the RR1 Cricket Club in this Diamonds final. 29 for 1 after 3.3. So at the end of the fourth over now, it is So what a beautiful start to the over. This time picked up towards the mid-wicket region, and a 6 after the tight over, once again taking those runs back up against Janet. Shailendra once again, he's come out in a different mood out here, 27 of 15. Well, someone needs to match out the innings of Ved, and he is doing exactly that, right on course for it. This time thumped through the offside, and it's gone through the gap. Another boundary. 10 runs of the first two deliveries in this over. And they just keep on growing in this game here. It has been a very decent start, this one. Fuller was present there. So 15 runs coming of the first four deliveries, and it brings RR on strike. And another swing and a miss. So Arav just the one run of three deliveries. Well, they will be happy with the start here. The RR1 Cricket Club courtesy of Shailendra. So Jimit Sangvi continuing here, who took the early breakthrough for his side. Well, Shailendra Singh is absolutely smoking it at the moment. And this time he's gone right through. He's castled him. And that's the big wicket of Shailendra Singh, who was looking very dangerous out there. And it's 50 for 2 now. What an outstanding little cameo this is by Shailendra Singh, coming to an end. Departs here for 40. And it's 50 for 2 now after 5.4. And right on top once again. Here the Allen Cricket Club. Now then, in comes Raj Chopra. Raj Chopra, who had a big hand in helping them restrict the opposition, who were on course to score 200. He did really well in the 18th and the 20th over, scoring bowling just the 2 overs. 2 overs, 2 for 7 his spell. Not sure if even himself he will be able to match that. Well, but he's done the job with the ball, and now he has to do a job with the bat for his side. 135 more required from 86 deliveries, and that wicket of Shailendra Singh will pull them back a little here. The RR1 Cricket Club, as they try to chase down this total in this huge Diamonds final. And straight away gets off the mark Raj Chopra, a nice looking stroke, and they are coming back for the second as well. Good running between the wickets, very quick to pounce onto the mistake by the fielder. Well, just the kind of the start that they need out here from every single batter who comes in. And this time a full toss, and it's been picked away in the gap for a boundary. An excellent stroke. And at the end of the sixth over, now it is 56 for 2. So the fielding restrictions have now been uplifted. End of the power play at the end of the sixth. Now there will be 5 fielders allowed outside the inner ring. So both the sides very much in the game, and still nothing separating the two sides. As in comes Varun to bowl this 7th over. Well, the middle part of the innings very crucial. They have got off to a flyer here, the RR1 Cricket Club, and would be wanting to continue in this fashion. This time played along the carpet, but straight to the fielder. Well, the field is a bit more attacking than expected. Another swing and a miss. Beautifully bowled. Well, RF struggling a little out there, 2 of 6. And this time it's gone straight up in the air. Chance. And he's taken it. What a good catch. The reverse cup. And that's the third one down for the RR1 Cricket Club. And right on top. Excellent piece of fielding out there in the deep. And Varun, after that outstanding innings, up amongst the wickets as well. 3 down, 59 for 3 in this chase. So in comes Hemant, who bowled beautifully early on in the power play. So 3 down, early wickets out here for the Island Cricket Club, and things working out for them in this Diamonds final. This time charging down the wicket straight away on his first delivery, gets off the mark. Well, this seems to be a very close contest than expected. Well, they need to build a partnership out here, the RR1 Cricket Club. They need to make some mini targets, and that's one flicked of the pack. So 65 for 3 after 7.1, and Vinay Chadwa continuing. This time a wide down the leg side. Well, that is what happens when there is a left hand right hand combination. This time nudges it on the offside, takes the single. Well, a partnership is needed, and they need to try and take this game deep here. The RR1 Cricket Club. RR1 Cricket Club, who have lost just the one game in the 4 games that they played. It has been an excellent record for them another single, and these singles won't quite do the damage to the Ireland Cricket Club, and they will be happy to see off these few overs in the middle part of this innings. Well, by no means is either of the two in a comfortable position out here in this game. Well, it is a final and it's been very competitive out here. This time played nicely in the gap. A boundary, minimal risk and maximum result. Beautifully played by Raj Chopra, who moves into the double figures now. 12 of just 6. He's got a couple of boundaries to his name. This time wanting to nudge it on the offside. A huge appeal. Well, the umpire is. So Minesh Adani continuing and dispatched for a boundary of the very first delivery. A much needed boundary. Well, the boundaries had dried up and they've got one now. This time a wide down the offside. And this time played on the offside and uppishly, just for a single. Hasn't been the best of the starts this for Minesh Adani. This time played on the offside straight to the fielder, so a dot delivery. Another dot delivery for Minesha. That has been an excellent comeback after conceding a boundary of the first delivery. Still a couple of more deliveries left in this over. 6 have come off it. 3 and a misfield after a delivery which was certainly a dot delivery of his own bowling by Minesha Dani. So 7 of the over and 1 more to come. It will be Hemant on strike. Well, very important for the RR1 Cricket Club to keep the asking rate in check. Can't allow it to go very high early on. And it's been cut away. And he finds the fielder out there in the deep. So a single taken at the end of the 9th over now. It is 82 for 3. So Vinay Chadwa continuing. And this time it struck the pad, appeals. And once again the umpire's finger stays down and it's been given as a leg bye. Well, that looked very close. This time played along the ground and ever so well. And a boundary once again just releases a lot of pressure for them. And this time played uppishly and he finds the fielder out there in the deep, who has not quite been able to collect it at the first go. And it's gone right through as well. It's been given as a boundary. Still 2 more deliveries to come. In fact, it's not given as a boundary. They will get a couple of runs though. Now 94 for 3, the RR1 Cricket Club. So back here after the drinks break. Well, right on course here, the RR1 Cricket Club. 90 more required, or 59 from here on. And the game continues to be very much in the balance. Well, it's either a couple of tight overs or a couple of big overs. And the match can turn either way. Well, you might feel that the RR1 Cricket Club are slightly in front at the moment, with the partnership building solidly between Hemant and Raj. Once again, just nudged on the offside, just pushing that one. And a single taken. This time picked up on the leg side and just short of the fielder. And they get across for a single. That throw was excellent, but so good that it's gone away for overthrows as well. A couple of runs for the RR1 Cricket Club off the bat of Raj Chopra. Well, it's all happening out here. This time played straight to the fielder. A good comeback. Once again playing it along the carpet, keeping the scoreboard ticking. And another misfield, another overthrow. Excellent running once again, stealing runs at the moment. The RR1 Cricket Club, and these two are doing it nicely for them. All six of them correctly, waiting for the bad one and dispatching it all the way. Raj Chopra in on the act. And this time in the gap, the chase is on. The fielder will win the race, but should get a couple of runs. Excellent bit of batting. There's 12 of the over already. And this time it struck on the pad. An appeal, but the umpire not interested. Once again short, and once again in the gap. What a huge over this is. 16 of it already. And is this the game changing over? And Raj Chopra, who did an exceptional job with the ball, has moved on to 42 of just 23 with the bat. And this time crunched through the offside, straight to the fielder though. He got a hand to it, a very important hand, which will stop the ball from going away to the boundary. A single taken. So a huge over for the RR1 Cricket Club, coming to an end. 17 of it at the end of the 12th. Now it is 118 for 3. And just the 67 more required in the last 8 overs. And hard through the ground. Another boundary. Beautifully placed. And Raj Chopra moves on to 47 with that. 47 of just 25 deliveries. Well, he got his eye in first, and now he's dealing in boundaries here and getting his side ever so closer to a victory in this Diamonds final. And this time, short, huge appeal, and it's definitely pitched outside the leg stump. Well, once again, a lot of excitement, but not quite getting the wicket that they're needing, that they're in search for here, the Ireland Cricket Club. Well, these two have turned the game around here in the favor of the RR1 Cricket Club, especially it's Raj Chopra who's done the maximum of the job. Well, Shailendra Singh gave them an excellent start, but Raj Chopra has given them solidity, just like Ved Deshpande did when they were batting. This time hit hard along the carpet, just for a single towards long on. And this time played towards the fielder at deep mid wicket for a single. So getting a boundary early in the over. And then just dealing in singles. And a dot delivery for Minisha Dani. Well, they need quite a few tight overs. And once again shot and banged in the gap for a boundary. An excellent shot by Hemant. Once again just releases all the pressure for the dot delivery at the end of the 13. Now it is 129 for 3. Once again 11 coming off it. And just the 56 more needed in the remaining 7 overs at 8 and over for the RR1 Cricket Club in this diamond final. So Varun is back into the maybe too little too late. 1 for 4 in his 1 over. Well, it more often seems like it's a game between Varun and Raj Chopra. Both of them with outstanding performances. And he starts off with a wide delivery. Can't really afford wides and no balls at the moment. The asking rate has gone below 8 for the first time. And right on top, all of a sudden, the RR1 Cricket Club. Well, they got 3 early wickets. This time played back to the bowler. So a good comeback by Varun after that wide. Well, they need a couple of tight overs here, and especially the wicket. And if they manage to get a blessing for them, and this time a thick inside edge, and once again the ball is racing away but won't quite find the fence on this occasion. A couple of runs. And he brings up his half century as well with that double 51 of just 29 deliveries. An outstanding innings, and he will know that the job is not quite done yet. He needs to make sure that he stays out there till the end, does Raj Chopra. This time a Yorker length, and it's gone right through everybody. Another boundary. Well, nothing is going out in the favor of the Ireland Cricket Club. And they're chopping these runs down ever so well. And just 49 more needed now. Once again, a huge appeal. The umpire not interested. Finds the man and gets a single. So the 8 was the required rate at the beginning of the over, and they have already got 8 of it. 8 of the over of Varun, and still one more to come. And once again played straight to the fielder. They get a single. And at the end of the 14 now, it is 138 for 3. 47 more required of the last 6. So Vatsal Shah continuing, and he gets a dot delivery, trying to build some pressure here. Well, they need some kind of an inspiration out here, the Ireland Cricket Club, and firstly they need to break this partnership. Hemant, who has been playing second fiddle in this partnership, has been doing it nicely as well, and Raj Chopra continuing to play smartly out here in this diamond final. Absolutely superb this time charging down the wicket, and it's been played in the gap, and it beats the fielder, and a boundary. An excellent stroke, nicely played. And now just 41 more needed. That boundary just spoils the over for Vatsal Shah. This time going for a big heave towards the leg side, but straight to the fielder. 5 for 3. So Varun continuing here in this 16th over. And this time played down the ground for a single. Once again just charging down the wicket, getting that single in towards long off, and trying to keep things nice and tidy out here. The RR1 Cricket Club. 3 singles of the over. And this time he's gone right through. And another dot delivery and trying to put some pressure out here. Can he close it out nicely as well? He's still got a couple of deliveries left here, Varun. Can he get away without giving away a boundary? So 36 from 25, one more delivery left in this over. It's been a tight one. And it will stay as a tight over, just a single of the last delivery as well. Superbly bowled. That single brings up the 150 for the RR1 Cricket Club. 150 for 3 now at the end of the 16th. Well, that's been picked up. And it's gone all the way, a much needed 6. And it's come off the bat of Hemant finally breaking the shackles out here. And that releases all the pressure that was built up in the last over. Not the best of the starts for Vatsal in this over. That brings it down to just 29 more needed for the RR1 Cricket Club, inching closer in this diamond finals. What a sweet strike by him. And this time nudged on the leg side, gets a single in. Sensible cricket out here by these two. And this time picked up, chance of a catch. Fielder getting underneath and he's missed out. And to add insult to injury, it's gone trickling away to the boundary as well. It's beaten the fielder at long gone. And that brings it down to just 25 more needed, and also the 100 partnership. 101 it is worth. What an outstanding partnership it has been, and what an outstanding hand out here by Raj Chopra. 63 of just 38. This innings, nothing short of brilliant. As they keep on inching closer here, the RR1 Cricket Club. Well, it went high up in the air. The fielder couldn't quite get underneath it. And this time he leaves it alone. Well, they have already got 11 runs of the first 4 deliveries here. This time a swing and a miss. And asking for a wide, it's not given. So a couple of dots. A decent comeback this by Vatsal Shah. So he's got a couple of dot deliveries. Can he get another one here? Vatsal. And this time it's been cut away and cut away in the gap. The chase is on and the fielder does get across. He's done really well. And he's kept it down to 2. So 13 coming off that one. And at the end of the 17th now, it is 163 for 3. Just 22 more needed of the remaining 3 overs. So in comes the man with the golden arm, Varun, into his final over, 1 for 18 in his 3. And this time it's been given as a wide by the umpire. Well, maybe it took a feather off it, but a run added to the total. A wide given by the umpire. Maybe the correct decision in the end. Well, not the best of the starts for him. 21 required of 18 now. And this time hits hard along the ground in the gap. There's a huge gap out there between the fielder at deep mid wicket and long on, and an excellent shot. And a boundary brings it down to just a runner ball needed. And once again picked up. Once again it's a similar gap, but this time the fielder does get around. And a couple of runs. Well, an appeal for a run out. It looked very close, but the collection wasn't quite clear there by Varun. And a couple of runs added to the total. Just 15 more needed now for the RR1 Cricket Club. And these two are staying. 3 runs on this ground can be really big, but a couple of more runs. Varun continuing, this time played back to the bowler, so a dot delivery. Well, Varun has bowled superbly well in this contest, but not quite so in this over. Well, the surprising thing was there were only 3 fielders on the leg side. There was a fine leg who was inside the circle, but there was a sweeper and a long on, a huge gap, and they have taken full advantage of it. Hemant especially. And this time on the offside, and another boundary. Once again in the gap. Moves on to 49 with that one. 49 of just 29. Superbly placed. Now it is 177 for 3, just 8 away from this victory in the diamond final. Well up and picks it up ever so well. Into the fence it goes. Just 4 more needed now. And that also brings up his half century. What an outstanding innings it has been. He has played second fiddle for the most part of it. But now gets his half century, getting some quick runs in these last couple of overs. And moves on to 53 of the 31 deliveries. Both of them with outstanding knocks out here. Rahul Chopra and Hemant. And now just a hit away. The RR1 Cricket Club. It has been an outstanding chase, this one. 121 run stand for this fourth wicket. Here we go. Hemant once again. This time he hits it hard, but straight to the fielder at long on. And a single. So that brings Raj Chopra back on strike. Well, he's deserved to hit the winning shot. And he is on strike now. An opportunity for him to get his side over the line in this diamond finals. Is this the moment for them? Just 3 more needed of 10 deliveries. The field is pushing backwards. It's hit hard, but once again straight to the fielder, not quite in the gap. So not quite done yet. Still 2 more required. Well, the excitement is clicking up in the RR1 Cricket Club camp. They know that they are ever so closer to that victory in this diamond finals of the Society Premier League. And it's been nudged towards the fielder at fine leg, and they get across, and the scores are level now. 184 for 3 after 18.4, just 1 run away from securing the Society Premier League Diamond final year. So here we go then. Is this the moment? Vatsal Shah to Raj Chopra. Raj Chopra 66 of just 42 on strike. And he's played that one over the infield on the offside. He gets the boundary. And that is the winning moment. And they have done enough in this Diamonds final. What an outstanding innings by Raj Chopra. 70 not out. He will also be getting the Man of the Match award, 70, and a crucial couple of wickets when he came out to bowl and kept things tight. Well, they were certainly closing in on the 200 mark, but it was Raj Chopra himself who came out to bowl the 18th and the 20th over, where he kept things tight. And even after losing 3 early wickets, they have done the job here. This partnership in the end worth 128 between Raj and Hemant, doing the job for them, and they win this final by 7 wickets and 7 balls to spare.